welcome into Football Friday. It is October, which usually means teams positioning for a run to the playoffs. A little different this year since everyone gets in. But with the weather showing a hint of fall, teams are starting to hit their stride after a delayed start to the season. We have highlights from 11 games involving 21 local schools and one from out of the area. So let's get right to it with our Football Friday game of the week. First Coast at West Nassau. This is at least the third straight year the fans at West Nassau have turned out the vote for our game of the week. In the past 2 years, we saw games against county rivals, Yulee and Fernandina Beach. Tonight, it was First Coast making the trip from Ocean Way. Both teams looking for some October momentum. To Callahan we go, where they always have great pregame pageantry at West Nassau, which includes, of course, the horse and planting the spear. But it was First Coast getting off to the fast start. Watch number 7, Damian Deloney, make the play here. Can't tell if it's a fumble or an interception for sure, but it is a turnover. First Coast takes over. And the Buccaneers would capitalize. Quarterback Larry Edwards finds Jalen Evans on the wheel route, wide open, touchdown. Extra point missed, Bucks up 6-0. And that was just the start of a big first half for First Coast. Second quarter now, Edwards to Jabari Mack. Look at this pass, 60 yards, and he puts it right on the money. Touchdown. Edwards ran in the two-point conversion to make it a 14-0 First Coast lead. Later in the quarter, Edwards going back to work for the Buccaneers. This time to Devin Hopkins. Watch this move right here. Whoop. Put on the brakes, jukes him out, and goes to the house. It's all First Coast, 21-0 at halftime. But in the second half, West Nassau woke up, trailing 28-7. The Warriors get a drive going. And take a look at this play here, right at the end of the half. But as we mentioned, First Coast couldn't keep the momentum going in the second half. West Nassau trailing 28-7. Connor Nobles from 9 yards out gets to the edge and finds the end zone to cut the lead at 28-14. And the Warriors weren't done yet. Fourth quarter, watch Chaz Davis. Starts right, cuts it back, breaks a tackle, cuts it back again, gets to the outside, and scores. That's a long 1-yard touchdown run. Make it 28-21, but that was as close as they would get. Heck of a comeback, but the Bucks hang on to win it 28-21.
Give West Nassau credit. They played very good in the second half, and they didn't quit. You know, I call this fall madness because everybody's in the playoffs, and it's what you're doing to get better. It's not how you're playing now. It's how you play in the end of the year. So this is our only second game of the year. And so we're excited about where we got. We made a lot of mistakes in the second half. Special teams we were not very good at. And so we just got to keep working and try to do better next week. I'm glad to get playing because this is only our second game. You know, for West Nassau, it was their fifth game for a lot of teams. And so I'm ready to get back in it. We lost a game because of the corona, and then we lost a game because of the weather. So I feel good about where we're going, but we're a long ways away.
Mandarin and East were set to kick off, but less than an hour before the kickoff, the game was postponed tonight because of concerns over COVID-19. As Mandarin was gathering to make the trip to Ponte, Vedra, they found out about a positive test with a player, and because it was too close to kickoff for contract tracing, they decided to postpone the game. Nice's rivals, Ponte Vedra, did, however, play, hosting Matanzas. To PV we go. Fans in the Shark Tank for tonight's game. Sharks leading 17-3 at the half. First drive of the third quarter, Campbell Parker takes the handoff, gets to the outside, and he is into the end zone to give the Sharks the 24-3 lead. On the ensuing drive, Matanzas on offense. Ethan DiTilio at quarterback looking downfield. The pass is intercepted by Colin Nettles. He returns it back to the 40-yard line for the Sharks. Like those powder blue uniforms. Sharks back on the attack. Jacoby Myers at quarterback. Going to go with a screen pass to Parker. And watch him turn on the Jets here. Gets to the edge, now cuts it back. Picks up 22 yards on the play. Later that drive in the red zone, Myers finds Jacob Greer. This is a Ponte Vedra touchdown. Gives the Sharks a 31-3 lead. They would go on to win it 38-10. American Heritage at Bartram Trail. The drumline leading the Bears out onto the field. Bears first drive. Santonio Marucci has the Bears driving, trucks this one, takes it 15 yards, put the Bears in scoring range. 2 plays later, Marucci hit by Jaden Kinlock. That pops the ball free, and Marvin Jones Jr. picks it up, and he is gone. Patriots lead at 7-0. This American Heritage team always loaded with talent. After a Bears punt, Patriots offense on the field for the first time with just over 4 minutes left in the first. Vincent Davis to Emery Clemens for the touchdown, giving the Patriots a 14-0 lead. Bears trying to dig themselves out of a hole. Brody Davis in at quarterback, throwing the screen pass to A.J. Jones. And he turns on the Jets, takes it forward. Nice gain here, weaving his way through the American Heritage defense. But that drive would stall. 4th and 1. Davis keeps it for the quarterback sneak, but he comes up short. After the turnover on downs, the Patriots go right back on the attack. Davis finds Aronde Gadsden. A lot of names that are familiar. Guys who play in the NFL, their son's playing for this team. 21-0 at that point in the second quarter. Patriots go on to win it 35-10. Fletcher and Atlantic Coast have each been featured on our Game of the Week this year, but both teams lost those games on their home field. Fletcher to Fleming Island and AC to Mandarin. So tonight, at Atlantic Coast, somebody would get well. To Stingray Bay we go. And Fletcher, the black tops, Atlantic Coast in the gray on a beautiful night. I mean, it was just beautiful everywhere along the first coast tonight. Game tied at 7.5. Fletcher with the ball, first to start the second half. They rode the legs of Miles Montgomery. 80 yards for the go-ahead touchdown. Senators take a 14-7 lead after this 6-yard run. Senators defense forces a quick 3-and-out. Aaron Hester sacks Ridge Jacobs. Loss of 10. That shuts up a short field goal. Leads to a 17-7 Senators lead. Stingrays would answer, though. Ridge Jacobs to Patrick Bryant over the middle. Bryant runs through two would-be tacklers and heads for the sidelines. Finally dragged down inside the 10, 29 yards on the play. Stingrays then facing 3rd and goal. Jacobs scrambling, looking for Bryant again, and finds him in the end zone. Caught on the back line, touchdown. It's 17-14. Fletcher's lead down to 3. Fourth quarter, Montgomery puts the final touches on the big game, scores a 3rd and goal touchdown from the 1. Senators win it 24-14 over Atlantic Coast. Hilliard at Wolfson. Hilliard in the white tops, Wolfson in the blue and red. Red flashes with the ball first. Lyle Bennett to Chance Morgan. And this one is ripped out of there. It's a fumble. Hilliard recovers. Later in the drive, Hilliard facing 4th and 8. The Wolfpack 38. Bennett to DJ Costin in the flat. And he takes it to the Wolfson 23. First down, red flashes. Hilliard 3rd and goal at the 12. Bennett with a toss to Taiwan Lee, who goes around the end and finds his way into the end zone. 7-0 red flashes. Drive went 80 yards and took 8 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock. Second quarter, red flashes driving again. Bennett going for the touchdown. Tyler Terry is there for the interception. That keeps the ball game as a 7-0 contest. Hilliard defense forces a quick 3-and-out. Wolfson punting, but the snap goes over the punter's head, and Hilliard will take over at the Wolfson 8-yard line. And on the very next play, it's Lee right up the middle for his second touchdown of the game. 13-0 Hilliard at halftime. Red flashes go on to the victory, 19-7.